Yes, Dwayne Nathan Jack with another one, and today we're going to be exploring the situation of why I had to fail to win. But it wasn't failing, they were lessons that enabled one to learn from the experiences, to gain wisdom and knowledge for tomorrow, to here we are today. So the more failures that I went through were more lessons, were more experience. The more wisdom you have, the more value you have for the marketplace. And let me tell you something now, there's a difference between reading a book, sitting on YouTube, getting all this information, taking notes and delivering. There's a different energy behind it. There is a vibrational frequency that you can't lie, that you can tell from someone that's read something and delivering to someone that's reading a script off of the system in the phones, and someone that's speaking with pure passion, that's overflowing with a vibrational frequency that's just empowering the people, because you can feel it. There's a difference between learning from reading, learning from studies, and there's a difference between learning from experience. Experience is king. Here we are today, Dwayne Nathan Jack. Did I really think that I was going to have to fail, fall, slip, almost lose my life multiple times through being shot, through being stabbed multiple times, from having a machete in my head, having cars drive over me, and each time I still never stopped. Sitting in a hospital bed, half dead, handcuffed, armed police everywhere, up the corridors. Still never stopped. Did I really think I was going to take it that far and that deep until I went, okay, I'm stopping now. I've had enough. And it weren't none of those near-death experiences of being chopped in my head, told that I'd never walk again. It wasn't the fact that cars gone over me, gang members have tried to take me out the game and kill me, that I stopped. It wasn't man that stopped me. It was me stopping me. Me having enough of the character that I become through my environment, circumstances, situations, that I had to stop and say, enough's enough. This character can't go on anymore, because he's a problem to himself, to society, his family, to everyone. So I had to stop. I had to stop. I had to make that decision. I had to hit rock bottom. I had to feel the dark night of the soul. I had to feel the pain before I stopped. Did I think that I was gonna go through all those experiences? Some nights I'll be sleeping in a derelict house on a mattress because I put myself there. The decisions, the choices, the pain, the trauma. I actually was at rock bottom in a derelict house on the mattress. Nowhere to go. Burnt every bridge. Family didn't want to know. No one wanted to know, because I became such a liability. Did that stop me? Did the machete stop me? Being shot, being addicted to drugs, smoking crack at the age of 13, heroin, yeah. In and out of jail for almost 17 years. And now when I look back, I think to myself, wow, all those experiences, the wisdom that I have due to failing to win. You have to fail to win. And through the failing, it's not failing, it's lessons. There's no loss, there's lessons. And the bigger the lesson, the more wisdom that you have that enables you to use to be a better character, to have more value for the marketplace, for the world. So the darker places that you went and the more pain that you've been through, the deeper the trauma. When you use it as a catalyst, and I know there's a lot of people out there, and I know they know what I'm talking about, as the catalyst, guess what? You're a star. You're all stars. For those that have come to the point in their life that they've used those experiences as lessons, not losses, not failures, because that was your university. That was the university of life that's worth more than any gold, silver, or Oxfordshire bloody university, or Cambridge, or Windsor, or Eton, whatever you want to call it. Let me tell you. Because, let me tell you right now. Because, let me tell you, the wisdom, the insights that one has from the University of Life is worth more than any scholarship. Let me tell you that now. Because the abilities that you have to speak, to walk and talk to anyone. I could go into Brixton Prison right now, Brixton Prison or Wandsworth or Scrubs or even a dispersals, and I could communicate and engage the hardest of criminals within the country. Then I could sit with members of parliament and give them wisdom that they would die for and have an impact, because the wisdom would be worth more than the information that they've got middle ground and took up there, and that's been part of the decision making, but it wasn't the right information that got delivered because it weren't grassroots of the wisdom and insights of the people, the voice from the experience, the pain that's become passion. Are you with me? Come on. So sometimes, lovely people, you have to have the knowledge from wisdom, yeah. Wisdom beats. Wisdom is currency. Now, I think it's the 7 habits of highly effective people. It's the 7 or the 8th. If you go into there, you'll see the diagram of cavemen, farmers, industrial, IT, and then at the top, guess what is at the top? It's wisdom. And wisdom isn't from reading. Wisdom isn't from studying. Wisdom is from experience. That's why when young people go to university and they come out of university and then they go to apply for roles within the industry, guess what? They don't end up going into that field because they want experience. What is experience? It's wisdom. So what I'm saying to you now, I don't know where you are within your journey, whether it's a year, because remember, I'm speaking to a variety of people. However, what you've got to understand is there's a specific person that I'm speaking to that's already crossed over the line. Now remember this, people. There's a line that needs to be crossed over to. The right side, the light side, progression, being a character, being kind, being positive, being a gentleman, and being good for yourself and for others. Over this side, it's skullduggery and it's out for yourself and just manipulation, lies, deceit, rob, and all that negative energy, low frequency. I'm talking to the people. I am talking over here to say, come, but you would have had to make a decision for this insights and wisdom to resonate. You'd have had to make the decision, and you're on this journey anyway, for you to have the insights to say, okay, I get it. So for those that haven't crossed over the line, come. You got good people like myself and loads of movers and shakers I see all over social media, etc. Yeah, we're part of the same firm, same family that will want to make impact, change people's lives, A, B, and C. Financially, that's a byproduct. However, don't get disheartened when you may be slipping, falling. Just get back up, brush yourself off. You've got to understand that the losses, they're not losses, they're lessons. The mistakes, it's you have to fail to win and to achieve. Those experiences are so valuable. Despite how painful they are, they're valuable. That pain you turn into passion. That becomes a driving force. That becomes your acceleration. That becomes the power. So I want you to understand that you're going to have these experiences. Don't worry, they're there. It's data. It's for you to become a better version for yourself, for your tomorrow, and for others. And another little bit of insights. Sometimes people perform better when they're under pressure. Sometimes we get complacent when things are all right. And then when we're under a bit of pressure, that's when your greatness comes out. Raise your hands. Give me an A in the comments if you're one of those. Give me an A if you're one of those people that you might get complacent, but when there's a bit of pressure, then you slap it into gear, and that's when the greatness comes out. When there's pressure on you, when you're stirred up, that's when you peak perform. Give me an A in the comments. Yeah? So anyway, lovely people, I am going to now love you and leave you. Remember, you fail your way to success. Every experience is so valuable for you as a character, and the more wisdom you have, the more value you can bring to the marketplace. If you haven't already, please do subscribe, and I will see you now on another one. Dwayne Nathan Jack.